Well, thank you so much for your time today. You are absolutely remarkable in season two of The Night Agent, and if not enough people, I think are praising you and singing your praises and just giving you all the flowers that you deserve because I feel like your character and you in particular kind of like stole the season.
I appreciate that. That's very, very kind. I'm fortunate to be alongside such other incredible actors, and that just I feel like makes the job so easy.
Well, I loved the video that got passed around through Instagram where it kind of showed you learning that you had gotten the role in The Night Agent season two. What did that moment kind of culminate and mean for you when you got this news?
Um, yeah, I have to give a huge shout out to one of my one of my best friends. Her name is Maria Mercedes Galupo. She's the one that took all those videos and was there with me coincidentally throughout every step of the process. Um, yeah, I mean, it's such an honor to be able to tap into my own culture as an Iranian and get to portray that on screen. Uh, I was so excited when I got the first audition, and then I was actually supposed to go to a wedding shortly after, like the day after I submitted that audition. I was off to a wedding in Cancun from New York City to Cancun, and I got a call from my team, and they were like, they really want to meet with you in person for the role of Noor. And I was like, oh my God, I'm leaving tomorrow. They're like, well, can you cancel it? I was like, okay, we're canceling the trip, we're canceling the wedding. And I did. And my dear friends, Paul and Stella, who were getting married, they totally understood. And I ended up meeting with Sean Ryan and Sade Name, who is our dialect coach, as well as she plays Showcat in the Night Agent season two. Um, I met with them and casting as well, and it was a really just warm room. And we went through the material and had a nice conversation, and that was that. And then I got the job, and it was yeah, I feel like the writers, Munis and Ayat, Imogen, so many others, they were all so uh just they really wrote for Noor, which was cool. Like I really felt like you got to see Noor's backstory and the why for all the things that she does. And the motivation for everything that she does, which was really I'm grateful for all of that. So yeah, I'm excited to see what everyone thinks of it.
I mean, she's such a well-rounded character, and someone like you said, we get to kind of see from the beginning of her evolution and like why she's making these choices and what these choices are in front of her. So, it's been absolutely compelling to getting to watch her journey in season two. You talked a little bit already about it, but I was going to say there is such a strong writing team and production team behind The Night Agent. And I wanted to kind of ask what has really impressed you the most about the team in all sides of it from the Night Agent.
I mean, their ability to tell such such a dimensional story about there's so many intersecting storylines through Peter, the night agent. Like there's so many characters that kind of have crossover, and the way they do that with the suspense that they do, with the stunt sequences that they do, the action, there's heartbreak, there's this romance going on between Peter and Rose. Like they weave in a whole new set of characters being the Iranian mission, the Iranian storyline, and I feel like they just do it so seamlessly. And and yeah, Sean Ryan really and all the writers, their attention to detail in capturing the nuances of the culture, I just hats off to them.
Yeah, it gives us this great beats of palpableness and suspense and tension that we find continually building and building and building between these characters. And then it goes left. There's another new connection, or like there's a whole other twist, or something
Right.
happens that it's kind of like choose your own adventure in a way.
Like, which way are you gonna go?
Yeah, I mean, I love these great beats that you and the cast play together, whether it's, your chemistry or, again, these building of tensions and the way it kind of amplifies the tone and the storytelling that we get to see. How did you kind of construct this it's great, like I call it like a rhythm, in a sense, between the characters and of course you all as actors portraying these people.
Um, well, something that makes it really easy for me to slip into any character is music. So I, for any role that I do, I will compile different songs or a lot of instrumental tracks that feel like they create the world of the character. So for Noor, there was a lot of obviously traditional Iranian music as well as uh songs that personally tie into my childhood that I could tap into for Noor, songs that I would listen to with my father. Uh, and also Noor throughout the course of the season has a very like there's a certain pace to everything she does. It's kind of like very fast and intense and so I would listen to a lot of like percussion, like a lot of just like drum beats to kind of like be like the background in my head when I would tap into a scene. It kind of just set the tone for me.
Yeah, I mean, there's this great like palpableness, this great tension and these great layers and gray areas also that you kind of bring to the character Noor, that really pop and make her someone that the audience roots for. Maybe, you don't know that you're supposed to, or, you can understand her perspective at least, and her
Right.
driving force because she seems like she's someone who's obviously quite desperate. She's got her family that she's thinking of. Um, what do you think kind of makes her put these people first above her own? Because, she doesn't have the skill set. She hasn't, like she's not really trained in these type of things as much as obviously like Peter would be.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, bless her. She's doing the best that she can with the tools that she has, but like you're so right. So just not equipped for all the things that she goes through. And I think ultimately, and this is going to sound so cheesy, but love is what carries her through. Her love for her family, her love for her mother, her love for her brother, and just her desire for them to have a better life. So I think that is definitely her why at the end of the day is like just wanting to, and that's a universal thing is like people, when you love someone, you go to the nth degree for them. You do anything for them blindly. You don't even question it, right? You just go, you just do. It's like instinct, and you just follow that. And I think that's what allows her to kind of navigate through this season.
I mean, she has this obviously, ongoing tether that's there, that's obvious invisible, type of tether from herself to her family. And, if you don't move forward, moving backward is not an option, at least either.
Yeah, no, you could sidestep and maybe hide behind something, but quickly you'll be uncovered and you're gonna have to run.
Yes. And like we talk about with the night agent, I mean, everything is constantly evolving. There's always something that's very heightened. And whatever choice, like we say, you make, whether that's good, bad, who's to say it's good or bad? Like I love
Right.
the lens that it offers because again, like we can see your perspective, but we also see five other perspectives at the same time too, of
Exactly.
course. And then
And again,
obviously
a
our
testament to the
own
writer.
as the audience too, like what we would want the character or what we think we would do as if we were the character.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the writers do a really good job of capturing like not really I mean, look, in every story there's a villain, right? Like there's always going to be a villain, but I think they do a good job of capturing the duality of these people in the situations that they're in where it's like what do you do? Do you do the right thing or do you go the other way because maybe it offers you something else or safety for your
Another
family in
lifeline of something, yeah.
exactly like it really again dimensional characters and in situations they you know they can either choose to rise to the occasion or they have to do something that they don't want to do to get to a different place.
Yeah, I mean, they're again, like they're constantly having to make decisions or choices on the fly. And just because you plan something out doesn't exactly mean that's going to go to course. So you're
Right.
having like plan A, plan B, plan C, D, E, F, just to get you to that end game that you're looking, like whatever your end is. But that's what the great gray areas offer to you and the shades that the characters give you. And I love of the layers and the colors that you give to Noor, and again, she's somebody that we find ourselves rooting for and empathize with, of course, as well. That's a lot of things, I think, as well. Like there's an emotional connection that we get with these characters. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about where your emotional connection came in as well.
In connecting to Noor, I mean, yeah, I can just understand. I love my family very much. They're everything to me. So tapping into what you would do for the people you love, it wasn't the most comfortable journey to go on. Like it wasn't, you consider these very real circumstances where, people might be in danger that you really care about and what would you be willing to do to get them to safety. Um, that's a scary place to explore, but I think it's a very real thing for a lot of people. So that was pretty easy to dive into.
We don't know like the edges, like we don't know these places that we explore within ourselves until we're given the circumstances. And Noor has some extra some extra dark and very scary circumstances that she finds herself in. But again, you're talking about like, there's villains and things, but like villains a lot of time don't see themselves as being, of course, a villain. They see themselves
Right.
doing something for a specific motivation that they have a justification for, have reason for, that they think is, morally good or, like they're doing it for the best of, whatever may be. And
Mhm.
that's what I love that night agent offers is that what are these areas that we'll go to that we don't know about ourselves as well.
Yeah, totally. Villain or not, like everyone has a why in the story, which I think is awesome.
It gives you these great like lenses of different things that offers you another look at something that maybe you when you watch the first time, you can watch again the second time and you see something different. So
Yeah,
that's really
absolutely.
great. Well, with Noor, not to spoil anything, that there is a door or a wedge, maybe hopefully that's open, and for season 3 of the series, maybe there's a connection, maybe there's a tether somewhere else that might bring you back because again, you're just so remarkable in season 2, and I love characters that offer that great morality questioning or that great like question the ever looming question of like what are we doing and why are we doing and what justifications do we give to get those means. So I'm really super impressed again about what you bring to this series in season 2.
Thank you so much, Lisa. It really was such a treat to be able to, like, this is, I think, the most wonderful time I've ever had on a set was with this group of people and these writers and these creatives, Sean Ryan, they were all so, it was such a joy to be able to tap into Noor. And yeah, I hope everyone enjoys it.
I also want to just say how important it is, even more so now that we see this type of diversity depicted on screen and the positivity of it all at the same time as well. So I also wanted to say thank you so much for your wonderful portrayal and the wonderful depiction that you give to your culture, which is very beautiful.
Thank you so much, Lisa. I look forward to many, many more culturally diverse roles for all of us. I think we're doing a really good job paving a way for that, and I hope there is just more that comes with it.